You've collected some data, a handful of measurements scattered along a number line. You believe they came from a normal distribution, but which one? There are infinitely many normal distributions out there, each with a different center and spread. So how do you find the right one? Let's start with the normal distribution itself. It's this classic bell-shaped curve, and it's completely determined by just two numbers. The mean mu tells you where the center sits. Shift mu to the right and the whole curve slides right. Shift it left and it follows. Then there's sigma, the standard deviation. It controls the width. A large sigma gives you a wide flat curve. A small sigma makes it tall and narrow. So really, picking a normal distribution just means choosing mu and sigma. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We've got our data points sitting on the axis, and we place a normal distribution over them. If the curve is centered in the wrong spot, our data points fall in regions where the curve is low. The distribution thinks those values are unlikely. But as we slide the curve toward the data, the points land under taller parts of the bell. Those vertical lines from each point up to the curve show the density, and taller lines mean the distribution considers that data more plausible. So let's turn this into something precise. Instead of asking, what's the probability of data given a distribution, we flip the question, it's like, how likely are these parameters, given the data we actually observed? The likelihood is the product of all those individual densities. For a specific MO, we read off the height at each data point, multiply them together, and get one number. Now, if we do this for every possible mu, we trace out the likelihood function. And the peak of that curve, that's our maximum likelihood estimate. There's a practical issue though. We're multiplying several small numbers together, and the product gets tiny fast. So instead, we take the logarithm. Since log turns products into sums, the math becomes much friendlier. And because the log function is monotonically increasing, it doesn't move the peak. The log likelihood has its maximum at the exact same place as the likelihood. One last distinction worth making. Probability and likelihood use the same formula, but they ask different questions. With probability, you fix the distribution and ask about different data values. That's the area under the curve. With likelihood, you fix the data and ask which parameters make it most plausible. That's reading the curve's height at your observed points. Same formula, different perspective, and that's basically it. The core idea behind maximum likelihood estimation. Thanks for watching, see you next time, bye bye.